the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success.
There are 9 categories. Entering Play Now screen, you have 9 options. Resume is selected. Entering
Formidable
play
starting
call, coach
quarterback. At a time in the
suggestions.
league
There are
where it's
9
tough to find your
categories. You
franchise
have 3
guy.
options. HB dive is selected. Mesh HB dive. Shock WR option.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in
Still
time.
first down.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better
Entering
awareness
play
out
call,
there
coach
because you got to know when the
suggestions.
clock's in
There are
single
9
digits and
categories.
either
You
snap
have 30
it or get a
options.
timeout
HB
called if you
dive is
have one.
selected.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the
Entering
penalty, of
play
course,
call,
and push the
coach
offense backwards a
suggestions.
bit.
Flood drive. T-wheel.
Still first down.
Flanker drive. Hitch HB rail. Dagger sit. Hitch HB rail.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20.
First play, here's Cousins. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead,
Entering
it's just a
play
gain
call,
of 10.
coach suggestions.
With no hesitation there, not only do they throw it on their first play, Charles, they throw it into double coverage and complete it.
They might as well have gone to a podium and just announced, we're not going to be challenged or bullied in this game. We're taking a fight to you, just like they did right there on the first rep.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Cousins.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a
Entering
reprieve.
play.
It's
Post corner.
3rd down.
Flanker drive.
Those are the
Levels
ones you
builds,
dream of as
T-screen.
defenders. I
Across
think if he gets eyes on the
slot
ball a
post.
little bit earlier,
Post
he might
cross.
come away with it.
Slot post.
Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Cousins.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson.
75 yards.
And the Vikings march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Opening drive touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
Amazing nowadays for the kickers. I've actually talked with a few of them. They're more concerned about the point after touchdown than actually missing regular field goals. So maybe the coach is taking some pressure off here and just going for 2 and saying, I'm saving you for the big stuff later.
He's hanging out by the net.
Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff keep left is selected. Strong onside. Kickoff keep left. Kickoff keep middle.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their 1st drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Cousins on 1st down.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
To throw is Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense is all over, continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Post cross flood. Recent pitch HB spacing. Y corner.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business. We know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there to go for. I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, he might be locked in for this one.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 47 yards.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Cousins will try and throw. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Entering play call, special, strong onside, kickoff keep left, kickoff keep middle.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go. First quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10.
Give cushion.
Singletary to get the drive started. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud on 3rd down now. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
There are 9 categories. You have 9 up. RPO alert, bubble.
At the 13-yard line.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports.
Entering
The
play
Vikings
call.
with the football
Space
here
and
to
switch.
begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, they run with Madison, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Count is selected.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Desmond King
Delay
deep
of
for
game.
Houston.
Offense.
Entering play now screen. You have 7 options. Resume is selected.
Knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Entering flood drive.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him 4 on the carry there and 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 caddy. Seam flat.
Pierce.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Here's Stroud.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Going to run with Madison again. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, All those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for two. They'll run it with Madison.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
Entering play call. Strong onside. Kickoff keep left. Kickoff keep middle.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to
Cover
keep
three,
it
let's
between
show
the
you.
sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely...
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Entering play
Three scores
call.
down, not even a
There are
halftime
7
yet. They're not
categories.
getting
You
much
have
generated
division.
offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
But not much on that run, Charles.
Entering play
No, that's
call.
exactly the way to
Listen,
execute a
there are
run blitz
division.
there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before
Entering
being
6
taken
down,
down.
Jacks.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
At the 42-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Entering play call.
This
Spread.
offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, 29 yards.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the
Entering
football,
play
there's a
call.
lesson to be
Coach
learned.
suggestions.
Yeah, he took
There are
advantage of a
7
little bit of loose coverage there
categories.
with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. So that drive
Entering
spanned
play
5
call.
plays.
Special teams.
And it was
You
the
have
tight
6
end Dalton
options.
Schultz
Return
on the
left when
touchdown
selected.
reception to cap the drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
Entering play call.
And thus far, the
Present.
weather has
There are
not
9
slowed this offense
categories.
down
You
one
have
bit.
9
They've looked good
options.
so far in the
Pinball
first
is
half.
selected.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we
RPO
asked him
alert,
because
huddle.
we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling
Entering
incomplete.
play.
Zone
RPO
coverage there, and they were playing
flood.
deep. That makes it
RPO
obviously a
huddle.
little bit harder to run by
RPO
guys.
huddle.
And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
Throwing, Cousins. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Entering play, RPO alert bubble.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively
Entering
what they're going to come up with to
zone.
slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Quick slant here to Woods.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Categories. You have 9. Give cushion.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Lewis Seed
coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2
Entering
more in the second. 4
screen run
touchdown
inside
passes
selected.
all told. And he's likely not done yet. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Entering
All right,
play
Coach,
call,
thank you,
special
and we
teams.
welcome
You have
everyone
6
back for
options.
quarter
String
number
onside.
3.
Kickoff keep left. Kickoff keep middle.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
This is caught. It's Woods. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. And he finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, they go right back to Pierce. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. And certainly Pierce will be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Lewis Seed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Left. Base block left. Recent there. Base block right. 60 out jack. Squeeze block. 60 pinch.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Return left led.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Entering play, pinball toss. Flood.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the handoff, it's Madison. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 from the 44. To throw, Cousins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Entering play, puck counter, flanker drive, puck corner. Red option, slants middle, AHP slip screen.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Cousins. And it'll be intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Lewis Seed getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense. That penalty is declined.
Entering play clock, man 3G, 1 double bus.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
And 2 invert hard flat, 1 double bus.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out. Not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Man 3G, plate, auction is set to Menzo, concept, favorites, man 3G, 1 double bus.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll get the hook up there to Woods.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Up safe man. Return left. 8 up safe man. Recent squeeze block. Squeeze block. Squeeze block. Coach. Return right. Straight rush.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
Entering, puck counter, flanker drive, puck corner, puck cross six, puck boot slot, jailbreak slot, Regoni H, RPO power alert bubble.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air again, it's Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Recent inside zone.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Entering, AHB slip screen, AHB slip screen, flood. AHB slip screen, AHB slip flood.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Cousins.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins.
Pass complete to Addison.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. If they finally get stopped again, that's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, base onside, return left leg.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And now out comes Houston.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out.
Entering play call. Entering play now screen. You have 9 options. Resume is selected. Challenge play is selected. Entering
defense,
play
they
call.
were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Entering play call.
He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Stroud's pass intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And now out comes Minnesota.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Entering play call. Dagger. Passers. Shallow cross. 83 HD choice. Flanker drive. Y option pivot. Dagger.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A second down throw for Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
AHB slip screen. AHB slip screen.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Cousins to throw it. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
K.J. Osborne.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
They'll run it with Madison.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down, so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
Cover 3 sky. Cover 2 man. Recent 1 double bus. Play call.
Here's Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Entering play call.
Good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Stroud.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Cover 1 hole. 2 invert yard. Cover 3 scheme. Cover 3. Play. LB blitz 0.
This offense so far on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Entering play, cover 3 Sky.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Now Stroud.
His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Play call.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
Again, it's Stroud.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On second down, it's Stroud.
This is caught. It's Brown.
Entering play
and
call.
Down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We have 9 options. Temperature
They'll
selected.
throw it with Stroud here, first and 10.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
There are 7 categories. You have 9 options. Temperature
Stroud
selected.
now on second down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans get a bit closer. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's
Entering
probably a little
play
weak
call.
right now.
Safe
A lot of
man
things have to go
left,
right in these
block
final
right.
2 minutes
Base
plus for them.
lock right.
I think they have to be thinking onside kick
One
here,
double bus.
and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Play call. Play call.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown
Entering
reception.
play call. Base onside. Return left leg. Return right leg. Return middle matchup.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Entering play call. 0-1 trap. AHD slips. Shock H op. AHD shock H option. Entering A coach suggestion. Wide zone. AHD smash. Counter Y.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On the toss, Madison. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Shock H dagger. Shock H option.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there, laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Vikings have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th.
Entering play call, stick.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Entering play call.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. He gets this one to Mechie.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Repeat of the last play going to Mechie here.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Throwing now is Stroud. Caught by Woods.
8 catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
The throwing again is Stroud.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Robert Woods with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
Safe man.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Entering play call, base onside, return left leg, return right leg.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And out now come the Vikings. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
AHB slip screen. AHB and Y stick.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw.
Addison hauls it in. And he will have a Viking 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. After that throw, and it's definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was
a mistake, for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.